another robot. Adventures Vlog number 102. Kampai. As you can tell, I lost my voice. Still recovering. Children, dumbasses, stupid people, do not watch this video. This video is not made for you. This video is made for people who like my videos. Donald Trump. You know, all the protests. Like, no. I hope every one of those guys voted. If not, it was like, well, I didn't think I had to vote because, I was like, fuck it. But now that I see what happened, it's like, oh, shit. Yeah. Apathy. Yeah, somebody else will take care of it. No, you need to fucking take care of it. Got my green card. Kampai. Yeah, that guy's fucking crazy. So today is November 15th. I want to keep this under 30 minutes so I don't have to edit it, and I want to just do it all in one go. Yeah, so over the weekend on 11/11, they had a sale on the website, and like I said in my other video, I was going to pick up the 3D printer. So there are a couple of 3D printer websites out there. I think 3D Printer Online Store is very well named because it's a 3D printer online store. They have some things and they look pretty good. They have good deals on them. Printer Cart, 3D Printer Cart, also has some good stuff. And the people that you talk to at those websites are really, they're like trying to help you. So they're very informative. I don't know where they're from, what country they're from, but and I don't really know. I guess they just have a list of stuff that they can read off of, but some of the stuff I was asking some details, like what's the difference between this and this, and they'll just link you to, just go to the wiki and read about it. They don't really tell you. Or they're really friendly. They'll try to help answer all your questions, but one thing I asked was, is there a control board to control three stepper motors and 3 extruders? So you can do like a 3 in, 1 out. Oh, so I might be getting technical, so I'll try to. I was asking him about a control board to do like a triple extrusion, like 3 color printing, stuff like that. And I said, isn't there a board for that? And there is a board for that. It's like a Rambo. It's called a Rambo something, and they have like XYZ and extruder 1, 2, 3. And so they do have a board. There is a board out there. There's like a G-Tech, and there's some knockoffs of that, or G-Tech was a knockoff of something else, and you have different ways of doing that. You can do, there's different ways of doing it, because obviously three colored printers are available, and even more are available. You can do that. I think but they didn't really know what the board was called or something. So, they're really informative, but some of the maybe detailed stuff, maybe they don't know about, or some of the new stuff is not on their list, so they can't tell you about. Or if it's not on their page, on the store, then maybe they don't talk about it. So, but yeah, if you're interested in 3D printing, yeah, check out some of those sites and the big sites, which like 3D printer online store and 3D printer cart. Those two are nice sites. The big sites like Best Gear or GearBest and AliExpress, and I think there's another one, Fast Tech or something. Um, those sites are bigger and they carry a wider selection, not just like specialized in 3D printing like my fingers. You're keeping track of my fingers. Look at that. You know what that is right there. Like that. You know what I'm talking about? My fingers. um, yeah, so the other sites, they carry a wider selection of things like fashion and stuff like that. But they also carry 3D printers. And so I went with Ali Express, and I picked up the printer. The printer I chose was, after doing a lot of research and looking at all the different kits out there and the hardware that came with it, the control boards, the frame, the style. I went with the Flying Bear P902. Yay! And I'll put the picture of that. And you saw the picture last time. It's what the type they call Core XY. Can't buy. And that type is the kind that has the printer head just moves in the XY position, just like this, and the bed lowers. So you're like printing down like this. It's not the type that print up like that. It's kind of reversed. The bed goes down instead of the head going up. And I picked that one, that specific one, the Flying Bear, because it was all aluminum. It was a full aluminum frame, like that. It was like and so the frame was aluminum. That's nice. The most of the mounting parts are metal, and yeah. So one thing about some of the other models, the kits, they use acrylic as some of the framing, and I like acrylic. Here's some acrylic here. I have some acrylic, but it's brittle. It's you can break this stuff, and when you drill it, it can crack, and also yeah, it's plastic. It has some bend to it, so um, I didn't want that. So I went with all metal frame, and yeah, it's got the Ramps 1.4 board on it. This is more technical talk. It's got only a single nozzle, so it's got the X, Y, and Z and the extruder for the nozzle. So the Ramps has 5 places for the motors. So I have one free motor, so I could probably swap out the head and do a Cyclops head. A Cyclops hot end means that there are 2 colors or 2 filaments going in, and they're mixing, and the one filament is coming out. And that's the Cyclops style. There's another like the Chimera, which has got 2 filaments and 2 outs, and they're both going. I can do that if I wanted to go 3 colors, like a 3 in 1 out. Like there's called a diamond head kind of thing. It's like 3. I'd have to get an expansion board, and then I could go out. I could probably do that. But that's for tinkering later. Um, yeah, so that's something I'll probably do a little bit later. Um, hold on, I gotta blow my nose. All right, so I got that Core XY printer because of the way it prints. The other kits that I saw, um, and I saw reviews on them and stuff like that. There were issues with the frames, or some of the parts were made of acrylic, which would bend a little bit, and when we're dealing with very uh, close tolerance, um, you know, we'll have some wobble somewhere. So I didn't want to deal with that. So I wanted to go all metal, as solid a rigid a frame as I could. And if you end up buying a 3D printer and then coming back and watching this again, you'll be like, oh, now I know what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, so there's a bunch of shit. There's a bunch of shit that goes on with trying to figure out which one is a good one. And if you do your research, then maybe you can figure it out. But yeah, you need to do research. And yeah, I just didn't want to deal with plastic parts, and I wanted to deal with as few plastic parts as I could. All right, so I got that 3D printer ordered, and I've been dealing with AutoCAD since 1994. So I like CAD. CAD is fun. CAD is good. That's a mantra. CAD, CAD. I started on AutoCAD 12, and then I went to 13. Then they changed it, and there was SolidWorks back then too. And there was another one like Micro something. I forgot what it was, but yeah, I like CAD, and I think one of the things that a lot of the I guess the enthusiasts like to do is they like to go to the websites and they just get the files, the models, and then just click the button and then just print it out. Like, yay, I got a elephant that falls down, or I got some kind of geared stack that moves up. I've got a bunch of gears that rotate around. Those are really nice and good, but they're. I mean, are you going to use that? Do you really want that? Is that good? I don't know. And of course, do you really need a fucking robot? Well, if you're watching this channel and you like Gundam and shit like that, then maybe yes, because you like that thing. One of the good and so what do I want to do now? And I think you guys know I want to make stuff that I want. The making of something like this is a different process. They actually have a mold, and they inject that with plastic, and it's really nice molding and stuff like that. So the way they make this is different. That you can get a lot of details on that, a lot of like the arms there. Look at all that molding detail. That's really nice. If we're gonna do this again on like a 3D printed, then you would. I mean, that's really nice. You would need to scale it up so that we could get that kind of, and then we can sand it and file it down. I mean, a lot of this stuff is really fine molding detail, which can be lost on a 3D print because it's too fine. Here's the thing that Mokana Man Alan gave me. It's nice logo there. You can see how the tolerances aren't always kept, and this is because of the movement of the printer and stuff like that. But you do get some detail right there, right? So that's pretty good. Um, if we wanted something with more detail, we can just make a bigger thing, and it could probably, the 3D printer could probably handle that because the detail is a lot bigger, and that would make the part a lot bigger, which means you get a fucking huge ass fucking thing, which is good. I think. Um, so, the good thing about Gundams is that you can build it up. You cut it out, and you put it together, and you paint it, and you sand it, and you build the model, right? That's why we like doing that, because we like building the model. Some of the 3D printer enthusiasts just like pushing the button and stuff. So, okay. And we had the trans scanning. Those two figures, I think, the Optimus and a Bumblebee. Those two were maybe the closest thing we've ever come to something that I want to, as a model maker and a Transformer fan. We could put it together, and we could transform it. That's great. This thing here, these dual model kits, they don't transform. It's just like a knockoff Gundam with shitty tolerances that kind of suck, and it's $70 for this thing. I don't think it's really worth the $70, but yeah. So I think the best thing would be, something that would be like, wow, that's a really cool thing. I want that. And what I want you guys to get and have and be able to do along with me, because you guys like the same well, you don't like the same shit I do. I don't like that. I don't like that one, Ruben. I like that one. I like that one, but I don't like that one. Wouldn't it be nice if we could have like a bunch of parts, like all gray or white or something base color, that you could primer up, paint up, assemble, and then transform? This thing is fucking crazy, man. I think that'd be fun. It's something I'd want to buy. And yeah, and then you have a bunch of like screws, little tiny ass screws, something like this. Then you assemble it all up together, and then tighten it down, and then you can transform it. I was like, wow, that'd be fun. I think a nice transformer kit, model kit that could change shapes. I really like these joints on these. Like, look at that. That is fucking loud and fucking cranky, and that's a awesome joint right there. I love that joint right there. And that's a couple parts there. You got a top part and bottom, and then screw together. So if we could get that quality of a joint 3D printed, and then build that up together, buy the springs, get the things, and I think that'd be fun. And that's what I want to do. Yeah, and to help with that, I want to make it as easy and as accessible to everyone as I can. I like the RepRap open source software that comes with the 3D printers. You got some of your 3D printers have proprietary software, um, which is good for the company, but not good for other people. Um, so I like that open source. So there's a lot of different CAD software out there. There's AutoCAD. If you buy like the professional version, it's pretty expensive. But you have some free stuff also. SolidWorks also. You've got AutoCAD 123 Design. You got Fusion. You got Onshape. You've got Design Mechanics. And some of the models, it's powerful software. It's free to use, but their marketing, their business strategy is to spam your email with like, hey, sign up for the yearly subscription and get all this free stuff. It's only like $1,000 a year or something like that, and you get all this tutorial and all this stuff. And that's how they make money. And you sign up, and well, I didn't sign up for that because I don't really want that, but um, it's nice, a really nice layout, and it looks really nice. But yeah, it can be a little bit of a hurdle getting into CAD, um, and maybe that's why some of the enthusiasts don't do it. Um, and there's some open source CAD software, and that's what I want you guys. I want to show you guys some of that. There's of course Blender. That's really popular, and it's really nice. I like Blender, and yeah, Blender is good for like sculpting and like figures and like humanoids, and they can also make mechanical stuff like that. But moving around Blender, when I use Blender, it seems more fluid and kind of like proportional. So this is this size, and I kind of eyeball it, and this and extrude this way, and it seems more organic when you're dealing with Blender, um, because you're just kind of pulling and pushing and moving stuff like that. I say but maybe you don't know. But if you ever played with Blender, it's kind of where do you put in the diameter? Where do you put in the um, size? It's not as mechanical. I'm just going to use that word as something like a SolidWorks or something that's designed for mechanical engineering. And free open source mechanical engineering software is FreeCAD. And FreeCAD is it uses constraints, and you build these things on with the dimensions like 2 centimeters this way, perpendicular to this line, and that's going to be this, and then the radius of this hole is here, and it's in this position in relation to um, the origin. And so using FreeCAD um, is seems to lend itself more towards uh, robots, since we have kind of nice edges, lines, and this is offset from here, and um, this dimension here, what's the width, and you can modify all those things to make it, the circles are aligned this way, and they're so you just put some bevels in there, some chamfers, some fillets, and so you can do a lot with like the mechanical structure of it. So I wanted to use FreeCAD to make some figures, some objects, and then people can just get that, and then they can print it out and have the thing. Um, yeah, I'm more interested in the designing the thing that I want than going on to some website and just, oh, I like that thing. I'll just print that, print that, print that. I don't need any of that shit. I don't need a unicorn or a fucking, I don't know, a teddy bear or some shit like that. I don't need that. I want something that, like this thing. This thing is nice. I could probably make another one of these with like chamfered edges or something like that, and make it bigger and then print it out, and then like each individual part. Um, yeah, that'd be kind of nice. And how easy it is. Oh, look, it's lifting off the bed there. So this is a raft, and yeah. So please let me know what you guys think about that. The end goal is to assemble a thing that we can put together, paint it ourselves, sand it, and then modify it, and then have it change from one thing into another thing. I think that would be fun, and I think that's where the next step in the model making uh, um, toy thing is for us. People who like Gundams and people who like Transformers and figures and that do something. Not just like, oh, here's a model of a fucking teddy bear. Yay, it's a fucking teddy bear. Okay, yeah, it's nice, but it doesn't do anything. We want something. I like the mechanical part of. That's why I like Transformers, because they transform. Um, so yeah, that's the goal. I don't know how easy it will be to reach that goal, because I'm doing this maybe the ass way around. You should have done it this other way, and I don't know. No one told me to do it the other way. Oh, well, you just didn't go to the right website where I would have told you to go the other way and do it. Yeah, I don't know where the fucking website is, or the fucking something. And I don't know. I haven't seen another YouTube channel or somebody going, okay, we're gonna do this now. Let's do this. The channels that I've seen are like, hey, this is a thing. Let's click the thing, and yeah, it's not really what I'm interested in, and I don't know if that's really what you guys are interested in. I think you guys want to see new cool figures, and probably going by what we're getting from the toy companies. I'm thinking it's almost going to be up to you guys to say, hey, this is a cool thing that I want. Let's make that thing. Okay, then you guys have to make the cool new figure, because toy companies, they got the margins and they're kind of like fuck you, and so yeah, they got to give their president here you go, Mr. President, give the Donald Trump. So they're looking out for their interest, not really your interest. So okay, guys, that's been a long video. I think it's been about 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna do some cutting and editing because I had to blow my nose and stuff. Alright, guys, let me know what you guys think. Put in like, oh, I want to see this and I want to see that. And I've got, I've got a lot of ideas. I think like some of this stuff here is about, well, the way they make this plastic is ABS, and it's the manufacturing process on these guys makes it a lot more durable. Because yeah, you're gonna get some warping and stuff like that, but and you're gonna get layers, and the adhesion of each layer to the next layer, that's might be a problem, but I think with super glue we can like lock it down, and then we'll get like a really firm thing, but then we'll have to do a bunch of sanding, and so yeah, we'll see how close we can get to something like this, but it's probably going to be huge, but that's okay because we can make our own shit. So yeah, let me know what you think. what you guys want to see and all that other stuff. I probably repeated myself a lot, but all right, guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye, bye, bye. Hey, Ruben, why is Skywarp over here? Oh, that's because I was going to talk about the next cocktail I want to make. And I'm thinking to use Skywarp. So I need some kind of purple and black and I guess silver. I don't know what kind of silver I can get, but I'm thinking black, maybe Kahlua, and purple, maybe I can mix some grenadine and some kind of the blue to make a purple. If you guys have any cocktail ideas for the Skywarp, next time you do quote unquote, just quote and then just flip it around and do like that. People are like, "What the fuck does that mean, Reuben?" Well, that your name is Reuben, but what the fuck does that mean, Baron or Joseph? What are you doing with your finger there? Is that something? You know, your father used to do that to me. I liked it so much, but he used to use the pinky also. It's like, shut up, Mom. I don't need to know about that. Like that. All right, guys. Bye-bye.